Hey, what's up, family? Um, I'm being more obedient and just putting it out there, man. My thoughts as I get up to go to the restroom at 5 in the morning. Nonetheless, it was on my mind to say, and I know if I didn't get it out then I probably wouldn't have gotten it out. However, uh, it was just something that was shared with me by one of my past supervisors. She actually was actually one of my favorite supervisors. I used to pray for her. I prayed for a few of my supervisors. Nonetheless, we should do that too, by the way. Side note, like, you should not only pray for the leaders of your country, state, town, or whatnot, you should also pray for leadership at your job. Um, because oftentimes, if Satan cannot get to you, he'll use those around you to get to you. And best believe if your supervisor, manager, employer is not of God or is not where they should be in God, he'll use them just as well. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, spiritual wickedness in high places. It's another one in there: spiritual wickedness and um, powers in high places. All those are different levels of Satan's army. Nonetheless, I'll never forget. Uh, we had a team meeting, and me being me, I'm gonna say what I feel. Period. Whether I agree with you or disagree with you. However, this supervisor and I had spoken privately already, and we were on the same page. And I told her what I agreed with. But when we got to the team meeting with the rest of my coworkers, you know, she kind of switched it up from what we previously discussed. And when my opinion was asked, I did not agree with her any longer. Like, I didn't agree with her stance. And I shared that amongst the group. Now, she and I were cool. Like, I felt like uh, she had my best interest at heart, and I hers. However, I'm going to say what I feel, period. And after the meeting, she called me into her office. And she practiced great decorum in how she addressed it, which I appreciated. And it was a learning lesson for me because even though I did not agree with her, she and I were cool. So um, the little nugget that she gave me at this time was, and please do be mindful of that. It's not what you say; it's how you say it. And she was very professional. She was very kind of gentle with me because I had a previous supervisor who was the opposite of that. But still, that was my girl too. Uh, Nonetheless, she told me, I don't have a problem with you disagreeing with me. That's fine. But if we're gonna be cool, if we're gonna be on the same page, and we are going forward, if you disagree with me, disagree with me. However, disagree with me in private. Publicly, support me, but don't disagree with me in public. Disagree with me in private. Pull me by the coattails. Let me know what's up. Um, and I feel like that was a life lesson that I've always carried with me. And I appreciate her for that. And I think that more of us should practice that. More of us being so called Christians and more of us being so called black people. Um, we disagree so publicly nowadays. We put everything on social media, and it's all for naught. Um, and it goes back to another video that I made last night about division. Division is one of Satan's greatest weapons, one of his oldest weapons. It just irks me that so many uh, people don't see it, or they see it but they don't soul search and check themselves to see if it applies to them. They just automatically, you know, reject that word because they feel like basically they're perfect or they don't have anything to work on. And anytime you feel that way, you might as well die because all of us are imperfect and we can always learn something from the next person. Doesn't matter how you regard that person, but you should just regard them as you because basically that's who they are, what they are. Um, but you can learn from anybody. You can learn from any situation. And that's all I want to share with y'all.